Good morning, dear. Today we'll see some figures of speech, and these figures of speech are epigram, tautology, consonants, and imagery. How these figures of speech work in the poems, let's see it. First one is epigram. Epigram means what? An epigram refers to a concise. Concise means short. Witty means clever, memorable, and sometimes surprising or satirical statement. The origin of the word is Greek. It means this is a short statement in a poem which is very clever, shows that the person who is giving this statement, who is making the statement, is intelligent. So intelligence is represented through short sentences in poems, and these type of sentences which are short, which show the intelligence, which can be memorable, we can use as good thoughts these sentences, and sometimes they are surprising also. These types of sentences or phrases, we can say, are called as epigrams. Let's see the example of this figure of speech. First is to believe. To believe is to find the strength and courage that lies within us. To believe is to find the strength and courage that lies within us. Everything is within us. We have to believe that we have to find the strength, and then we will be quite capable. The statement tells us that everything is with you, in you, within you, and this is a very clever and memorable statement. Again, one more. If we don't end war, war will end us. This statement shows that either we have to end up the war, or whatever happens through the war, in the war, may damage the whole humanity. So war will end us. So memorable statement represented in the poem is in short an example of epigram. Memorable statement which is clever also, intelligent also, and sometimes surprising also. One more example, it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Instead of blaming the darkness, oh, here is too much darkness, we generally say, instead of blaming the darkness, if we light a candle, the darkness will go off. This example in our regular life, day-to-day life, we can use. Instead of blaming others for their mistakes, if we try to correct their mistakes, if we try to guide the people and try to help them, that will be very good of us, instead of blaming others that this person is not doing so and so, making lot of mistakes. Instead of saying so, if we make that person realize that this is your mistake, and if we correct that person, that will be very helpful. So epigram means what in short? A short memorable sentence in the poem. Okay. Next is tautology. Tautology means what? The saying of the same thing twice, two times over in different words. One time one word is used and the same meaning is represented by some other word. This is the example of tautology. Generally considered to be a fault of style. Is not done purposely, fault of style, and this is known as tautology. It is a phrase or expression in which the same thing is said twice in different words. Now here are the best examples of tautology. First, the evening sunset was beautiful. Underlined words, if you see here, both the words convey the same meaning. Sunset is always in the evening, is it or not? Sunset means sun goes away, disappears in the evening, and if we write there again evening, that is an example of tautology. There was no need to write evening, sunset means only evening. So these two words give us the same meaning, and that is example of tautology. Another example, the Gobi is very dry desert. Gobi desert you might have heard about. Desert means the region which is dry. And if we write the again dry desert, example of tautology. Again one more, the storm hit at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. PM means what? Post meridian means what? After 12 o'clock. 2 p.m. it means that in the afternoon. Again if I write in the afternoon, example of tautology. So same meaning words, if they are repeated in one sentence, that is example of tautology. Another, third one is consonance. Consonance means what? Consonant sounds are repeated within a group of words. In one sentence, some consonant sounds are repeated. Sound means rhyming type words, rhyming words. In short, the repeated consonant sounds can occur anywhere at the beginning, in the middle or at the end also. Examples are here. Mike likes his new bike. Now if you see here, Mike, like and bike are same consonant words. They end up in same consonants. Do they or not? They can be taken as the rhyming words Mike, likes and bike. So this type of words, if they are used in one sentence, that is the example of consonants. Again one more example, I will crawl away the ball. Crawl and ball end up with the same consonant, give us the same consonant sound, and that is the example of consonance. Third example, toss the glass boss. Toss and boss are same sound words, and so that is example of consonants. One more now, last one, imagery. Image means what? To imagine. To imagine. How do we imagine things? With the help of our sensory organs. Do we or not? We have 5 sensory organs. With the help of these sensory organs, we can realize anything in life. Imagery means, in short, with the help of our sensory organs, we can imagine, we can realize some things. Imagery means to use figurative language, poetic language to represent objects, actions and ideas in such a way that it appeals to our physical senses. Now there are 7 types of imagery. First is kinesthetic movement. Kinesthetic movement means what? Kinetic movement, bodily movement, plus aesthetic movement, mindly movement. So body and mind, whenever they come together, that time whichever movement we realize sometimes through our sensory organs some physical movement. So kinesthetic movement means physical movement realized through the mind, through our sensory organs. That is called kinesthetic movement. That is also a type of imagery. Then olfactory smell, sense of smell. Whenever we smell something through our sensory organ nodes, that is called olfactory smell. This is also imagery. Visual sight, we can see anything or we can imagine that we are seeing. Sometimes the words tell us that we are seeing something with our eyes, even though we are not seeing that directly or in real. While reading, we can imagine that we are seeing. Okay. Then gustatory taste, sense of taste. We can feel that taste while reading the words. Words tell us these all things. Word give us the sense. Word give us the feeling. Organic feeling inside. Then tactile touch, sense of touch. Auditory sound, sense of hearing. All these are types of imagery. Now let's see the examples through which you can be clear with the concept. First example, it was dark and dim in the forest. Here the word dark and dim, while reading the word, while reading this sentence, do you feel or not? Do you think or not? Do you see or not that there is darkness and light is very dim in the forest? Do you feel or not? Yes, we can feel while reading, and this is the example of imagery. Imagine that you are feeling something, okay, through the sensory organ. Now, dark and dim, which sensory organ shows us? Yes, visual sight. This is example of visual sight. The next is the children were screaming and shouting. Now, screaming and shouting words, which sensory organ gives us? Ears. So, which auditory sound? Sense of hearing. Imagery words, imaginative words which make us feel through our sensory organ. Next, the girl ran her hand on a soft satin fabric. See here, soft and satin. When we say these words, when we read these words, we can feel the touch, softness, and satin touch. How soft satin cloth is, fabric is. And so we can feel that touch. And which type of sensory? Tactile touch, that is sense of touch. This type of imagery is used here. Then next one is the fresh and juicy oranges were cold and sweet. Now fresh and juicy words, which type of sensory test feeling do they give? Fresh and juicy, they can give us visual sight also, or they can give us the sense of taste, gustatory taste also, and cold and sweet, this also sense of touch or sense of taste, organic feeling inside. So this way, whenever the words are used to give us the feeling through our sensory organs, these type of words are called as imagery, and this figure of speech is used in poems to represent the feelings of human beings. Got the students? Good. Shabbas.